What's up, guys? My name is Yuma Kamuro, and this is day 15 of filming every single day and talking to the camera. Today's been an awesome day as well. I put in that work on my computer science and I'm making good progress on it. At this rate, I'm trying to finish all the courses within the 2 weeks since I'll be going into spring break. And I don't really have major plans for spring break. Plus, with my injured back, I can't really exercise too much. So what do I gotta do? So I'll be studying a lot on about computer science, and yeah, putting in this that work for the videos. So I have more time to work on this personal brand, and every day I'm just coming inside this room and talking about whatever's in my mind, the lesson I've learned, how the day went, and I kind of want more structure to talk about more different topics in a clear way rather than just putting the camera and just talking, you know, without any preparation. So we'll get there eventually, but this is day 15. The most important part of this entire process is doing it every single day and just putting in reps no matter what. The first 100 videos, I'll probably get barely any views. So far, I've posted 14 videos. I only got 3 views in total. And you know, I said to myself when I'm starting this, the views don't matter. What matters is how much I grow throughout this process and how much I can become a better communicator, a better presenter, a storyteller. And just putting in that work, like creating that time, that dedication to come in here and talk to the camera and upload it on YouTube. It just takes a lot of dedication, and that's the whole entire process of doing this challenge for me. It's not really a challenge. It's just part of my lifestyle. And so that's one of that. Today I just want to talk about, today was the UFC night. I didn't get to watch the entire live fight, but I was listening in to this guy who was on live, and he was just talking about, who was just like explaining the fight. And you know before that, I was just looking around different UFC fighters, and what was the most inspiring fighter in within the UFC is Khabib. Habib. Let me be clear. Habib Nurmagomedov. He is a hell of a fighter, and I was just watching his motivational videos, how he thinks, his philosophy, and it was just so inspiring. Yeah, so I was just watching motivational videos on YouTube, and even today I just felt like I'm kind of useless, like when I'm not productive. Like I was watching YouTube for like 2 hours straight just watching UFC videos, and I was not productive at all, and I felt depressed again just because I wasn't doing anything. So I came back in this room. I was working on my computer science work for like another couple of hours. I'm going to do more work. I'm going to put more work in after this, but I feel like the biggest source of depression or like self hatred comes from not doing the things that you have to do, not putting in that work. When I'm putting in that work, I feel great. When I'm putting in those exercises, those reps in the gym, when I'm putting reps here at this right moment in front of the camera, I feel good. The only reason why I feel so bad about myself, or I just feel like a shitty person, is because I'm not doing anything. I'm just wasting my time. And the biggest fear comes from wasting your potential, wasting your own full potential. And I feel like that's the most scariest thing that I want to avoid. I think I've talked about this before, but when you miss out, that It's bigger than the FOMO. It's bigger than the fear of anxiety. It's just this thought of, you know, going to the deathbed thinking, oh, I could have done this. I could have become a better person. I could have become, I haven't fulfilled my full potential. That is like the biggest fear that I have. And it really comes down to this psychological concept of self-actualization, that Maslow's hierarchy, where you live to become the best version of yourself. It's that humanistic approach in psychology where all of us are trying to become the best version of themselves. And with all this time and resources and opportunities that's available to us, when we don't take that first step, when we shy away from taking risks and running away from challenges, like, I feel like that's the most painful experience, which is letting go of all these opportunities, all these chance to become someone you want to be, and just shying away from life. And as you get older, you start to feel like, I missed out so many things. I missed out on all these different experiences where I could grow and become a better version of myself. So that's one thing that I don't want to regret. I just don't want to face in life, is regretting. So that's why, if you ever read the book, the highly effective seven effective highly hmm? seven habits of highly effective people, written by, I forgot his name, written by Stephen Covey. There's the second habit, which tells you about, imagine yourself in your deathbed. you know just imagine yourself lying down in the casket, and you see all these people, all your families and your loved ones and your friends and your coworkers, all the people that made good influence in your life, looking down upon you. And who's that person that's giving you the eulogy? What would they say? What would these people that you really care about say when you die? Think about all these, situations. What would they say? And think from the end. And when you think from the end, you kind of feel like, you kind of get a sense of what you want in life. You kind of, what would these people, you have to think about intentionally what you want these people that are important to you say about you when you die. So that's a great practice. It's a big practice that I would never think of, even at this young age. So it's just a big question. Like, what would you want what would you be known for when you die? It's a big question right there. And so my answer to that is, I want to become someone great. I want to make people happy. You know, Material success don't mean anything in the end. What really is left when when you are about to end life is the amount of people you gave a lot of influence on. All these people that you spend time with, the relationships, and how much impact you made to the world. And so money really don't mean anything in the end, right? So that's why you kind of really have to think about all these different stuff in life. I'm talking all these philosophical stuff right now. I don't know. I just got off topic, but that's what I think is really important to consider in your mind as you go through life. Just come back to this question once in a while. Because as you go through, you see different things in life. You have different perspective. Your vision will widen up, the more you live. So you start to think more differently than before. And I totally have a different mindset now than me like a year ago or 2 years ago. And I wouldn't have done this, old me. I mean, I would have, but taking that first step, it's always good to take that first step as early as possible. Don't hesitate. Don't waste your time hesitating and thinking. Just do it. Just try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Don't be perfect. So I've been talking about all these different things, but these are the things that I feel are super important, super crucial if you want the life, if you want a fulfilling life. Okay. And yeah, so getting back on track, you know, where I am currently at, nobody cares. Talking about the views, 0 views on most of my videos. Nobody gives a crap about what I have to say, right? Because I'm nobody yet. I haven't built up my reputation. I haven't done anything great. I haven't made a real impact to the world yet. So that's why nobody cares. And it's the reality. It's the rock bottom truth. I think if I, you know, notified these videos on Instagram, guarantee there's going to be people watching and people giving me, likes and comments in real life, talking about my stuff, what I had to say. People will start to care a bit, and I start to feel like I'm being judged all the time. So that's not really a good action. Like, and that's not the whole point. It's not the whole point is building your reputation up, being consistent, and trying to do things despite being judged. You know, the fear of being judged. You have to overcome that. Right now, I might feel uncomfortable if a friend watches my video and really see me talking about all these different stuff that are important to me, that are my values basically, and talking in pure honesty. That's not something that I really portray in school or anything. And so it'll be interesting, but just right now, like nobody really cares, right? And so this is the best time for me to take risks and try anything that matters. Anything you try will benefit you in the end. Will give you a clear direction eventually. I don't have to have a big audience to talk to right now. And it's not about the intention too. I don't want to fall in the trap of, you know, having all that attention without really working for it. Imagine if I post all these videos and I get thousands of views. First 5 videos I get like tens and thousands of views. Now I'm not ready to share I'm not ready to be authentic and be real in front of the camera if I'm getting so many views. That performing side of me starts to show up. And I'm like, oh no, I have to become perfect. I have to look perfect. I don't want so many people seeing me and judging me as someone that's like haven't figured it out yet. I need to portray a better version of myself. No, just be authentic. Just be yourself. And that's the biggest challenge that people my age go through. I was also watching Alyssa Liu. I don't know how to say her name, but Liu, and she, looking at, seeing her own journey. I was like, she went through the same thing that I'm going through right now. Which is the question of what you really want and who you are, and how to be yourself, how to overcome pressure, and how to become authentic. And once that all lines up, you get like you just go through a big breakthrough, and you just become, it just feels great. She had that performance, that Winter Olympics performance, and it was Helen. She was going through that breakthrough, and she just was so authentic and happy to be at that place. And so you just have to figure it out. You'll figure it out eventually. That's the truth. Like, just go through it. What matters is you don't quit. You don't quit. Never quit trying. Just keep trying it every single day. Even if this is, even if this talk isn't the best, just keep trying it. And it don't matter. Okay, so anyways, I've been talking a bit. Um, Today was a chill day. It was a nice day. Tomorrow will be another nice day as well, putting in more work, and I'm ready for it. Ready to go through another day in my life, just grinding through. So, see you guys tomorrow, and have a good one. Peace out.